What's up, beautiful people? It's Sindafam. Welcome to the channel. Today we'll have this very interesting video that says entitled woman got sassy at Jamaica resort and instantly regrets it. Leave your bad attitude at home. Also, I'm excited to check this one out. Let's check it out.
I recently covered the story about the woman who said that she was a California native and I guess she relocated to Houston. That was Tierra Allen, who calls herself the sassy trucker, a female truck driver that's got a reputation of being pretty flip at the mouth. She went over to Dubai with that rah-rah, where she found out real quick she was in the wrong place. If you missed those videos, I'll leave the links below. I talked about how she brought her disrespect to other countries. Well, there's a video floating around social media right now. This time is in Jamaica. It shows a staff member at a well-known resort getting into a physical altercation with a guest. Got a lot to say about the situation, but first, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. If you're watching from Jamaica, drop your flags below in the comments. I have a story out of Jamaica. It comes from the very popular Riu Resort, Montego Bay in St. James. It's unclear what started the dispute. Not sure if the guest said something to the woman that was working at the resort or if the worker said something to the guest. But one of them said something and the other one didn't like it, so they started fussing with each other. None of the witnesses explained that part, but one of them pulled out their phone when they realized it was about to be a world star moment, a Boondocks N-word moment. They quickly checked the temperature and was very accurate. There seemed to be an argument going on. Then the unidentified female guest in a red bathing suit took her drink and threw it at the female staff member. I'm told that female was a supervisor and she worked at the bar there. Now, after the guest threw the drink at the worker, she started casually walking off with the cup in her hand. She even tried to switch off. I don't know, maybe she thought this was all cute. But I'm still trying to figure out how Evelyn Lozada Jr. thought that she could throw a drink at somebody and just casually walk off, switching. It was crazy because she didn't walk off too far. That female staffer followed right behind her, and as soon as she got up on her, the staffer mushed the guest in the head and held on to her hair for a second or two. The guest stumbled forward a bit, but was able to balance herself so she wouldn't fall. Then she picked up that yellow caution sign, the slippery when wet type of sign that was on the floor. The guest picked it up and she slung it at the worker. And that sign did absolutely nothing to the staffer, who's obviously made up of aluminum steel or something. She basically ate that sign. Then they started throwing punches at each other. The sassy girl's friend had on a green swimsuit. She tried to come from the back to jump on the back of the big old woman, but that woman slung her off like a rag doll. That's when a male staffer jumped in to grab the sassy guest, and another female staffer, she came in and got the big lady to walk away. Compared to the guest, the worker was as big as LeBron James. You have to look at the video, I'll leave the link below. She could rumble with any lineman on the football field, like she was a female Jamaican Chad Wheeler or something. And that's the biggest reason why the guest was not only sassy, but silly and stupid. Her and her friend, I'll call them Thing 1 and Thing 2. Did Thing 1 really think she'll be able to fight that big old bear? Nah, see, dumb out of control flamingos, like these city girls Thing 1 and Thing 2, they try to pull this mess on men all the time. They love poking the bear. They know they're not bigger or stronger than the bear, but they'll just keep on agitating it until the bear gets frustrated, and then they love to cry victim like, why did the bear attack me? Okay, so both of these women argue with each other, and when it comes to the verbal disagreement, I can't say who was wrong or right because I don't know the details, but I can say that the sassy guest is the one who escalated the situation. She's the one who turned this verbal disagreement into a WWE match. All because she wanted to act like she was Evelyn Lozada on Basketball Wives or something. I'm telling you, a lot of the women that we're seeing today, they grew up on Basketball Wives. That's where she got that drink throwing from. You see, Evelyn, she used to go in there doing that on Basketball Wives. And you notice whenever she got married to Ocho for like 30 days, try to run up on a bear and you see what happened to her? Just like this one right here. She tried to run up on a bear and that Jamaican lady had to put paws on her. So in my opinion, from what we see, I think that she's the one at fault here for things getting physical because she had no business throwing nothing at her. The unidentified guest is 100% wrong here. Throwing drinks at somebody, that's just another level of disrespect. Remember the sassy trucker, she did the same thing in Puerto Rico. That was before she went off in Dubai. And the man in that situation, he didn't retaliate. I remember the guy's wife, who was also there, saying that her husband wasn't a woman beater, so he didn't do anything back to her. My thing is, in situations like this, when these flamingos are obviously out of order, being disrespectful, getting physical with people, why is it wrong for somebody to defend themselves? Even as a man, how does neutralizing the threat or preventing somebody from doing something to you deserve that title? I'm sure most people will understand the staffer because she's a female, but what if he was a male staffer? No one would expect him to do anything at all. They expect men to allow females just like this one, these wild, rebellious city girls, to just do whatever they want these days, which is why we have the problems we have now. They generally have no consequences. That's why they go around disrespecting everybody, men and women.
People, yeah.
I understand the staffer was disrespected on a very high level, and I just can't expect her not to do anything at all. Although some people wouldn't have handled it like that, I can't expect for her to give Keisha a pass, especially her being a Keisha herself. When you're dealing with two Keishas, anything goes. And side note, the Jamaican lady's name is really Keisha, for real. Now, I'm assuming that it's against company policy to engage in an altercation like this, so I'm sure they will probably fire her. She'll go get a job somewhere else at another resort. I believe she has family working at Sandals, so she can go on over there. It is a horrible look for the resort though. Decent people wouldn't want to go here because they're looking at the quality of the people that's coming there. And we don't go on vacation to see fights. That's just me. I would rather pick a resort that would attract a better crowd. But it's like flying on Spirit. You expect to see Spirit situations popping off at Spirit Airlines. It comes with a discount. This resort is pretty affordable. You just might run into flamingos cutting up. This is what I think. I believe that Lil Keisha, the guest, she should have been arrested. The Jamaican authorities should have put her behind in jail for throwing that drink on a worker. That's just wrong. You don't go around disrespecting people and then trying to cut up in somebody else's country. Y'all gonna get enough of that. Even if you don't like what's going on, you're supposed to address it with upper management and try to get things resolved. But Evelyn Lozada Jr., you cannot go around throwing drinks on people. I don't care where it is, Jamaica, Mexico, Brazil, the US, anywhere. You don't do this. This is not how you behave. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started below in the comments. Let me know what you think about this situation here. What is up with all these stories of women getting their passports, going to these other countries and acting a plum fool? What's going on? Even the countless situations that we see at the airports in the United States, that's out of order too.
Wow. Honestly, I must say that I'm sick and tired of hearing stories like this of women going somewhere and acting, showing their ratchet behavior. It doesn't tell good of women. You might think maybe you're doing it and maybe to pull a stunt or whatever, but it doesn't tell good of women at all, because while you're also doing that, you're also painting bad image to the next woman who is or who would want to be on a trip or want to go to visit another country or visit another place. Now, I don't care what color you look like, regardless of it tells bad image to females. Because now look at this one. Now we already covered the one of the lady that went to Dubai and she acted she went there to show a ratchet behavior to a man. She also did that to Puerto Rico, pour a drink on a man. And now we've also covered another one that went to Italy, and then she went to show her behavior because of course she lacked respect for herself. Like, these ladies practically lacked respect for themselves, so the disrespect is like a disease. So when they go out, they go and show like, oh yeah, I don't care, I don't have respect for myself, so I might as well do anything, I don't care. I mean, but look at this one now. I've seen the video, but YouTube will not permit to actually show the video because look. But the truth is, it's a good thing that she got herself beaten, because you don't throw drink to the person who is serving you drink. What are you thinking? What? To a hotel waitress, you don't throw drinks to people, more so people who are even at service. You don't do that. You don't disrespect people. I don't know where these people are getting, like, who is even training these people. I don't even know. You leave your ratchet behavior in America. Don't go to like, when I saw the video and I saw that she and her friends got beaten by this lady, I'm like, yes, they actually really deserved it. Because if it was a man that they did this to, of course they would be like, oh, they would tell him that you should leave them, maybe they're ladies, you don't want to talk. But you don't disrespect people. Like, I don't even care whether male or female, you don't disrespect people. Like, when you, especially if you're leaving your home country. Now, I'm not even talking about just leaving your home country, especially Americans. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about generally. Like, common sense will tell you, if you're leaving your comfort zone and you're going to a new place, a new land, whether visiting or not, keep your ratchet behavior in your home. Just keep it. You can do the nonsense you want to do inside your house, but don't take it outside. Don't do that to people. More so people who are at service to you. I don't understand, and I don't know how people would comfortably feel disrespecting people who are at service. Like, come on, they're human beings like you. Just in case, maybe because you feel like, okay, because you're going to this place and maybe you're having fun, does not mean you're not meant to, or you're not going to respect them. They're working, they're doing their job. Just because you have the leisure of time to want to do all of what you're doing does not make them any less of a human being than they are. They're human beings like you. They are working for their job, for their daily bread. They're hustling. They're doing what they know best to do. You don't disrespect them. You don't go to people's places to disrespect them. This is wrong. All shades of wrong. I don't even care. Even if this was even done in the church of America, I don't care. As long as you're not in your house, you don't go out to disrespect people. More so people who are at service. I've seen a couple of videos where people disrespect people who are at service, and I'm like, come on, what is wrong with you? What are you thinking? What's on the chop? But then I'm really glad that it was a female that she did this to. So the female had to correct her. Yes, girl, we don't do that there. More so, the lady is even bigger than her, so she even took her and her friend. Like, you don't do that. You don't disrespect people. You pour a drink at somebody. Like, come on, are you a child when you're not even 8-year-old, or you're not even a 2-year-old child? Come on. Whenever I see videos like this, sometimes I feel bad and be like, these people, I feel bad for their parents, because their parents actually did not even train these people. And it's sad that these are the people who are going to be future role models, and people are going to be looking up to these people. It's just sad and it's sick. It's sad. But yeah, all the same, I still know and still believe that there are people who are civil, and people who would go other places or go out and still be civil and behave right. Now, I must say that those ones, they deserve the respect, and we should also give accolades to those ones, because I mean, that's the normal thing to do. You don't go out to disrespect people. You don't go out to disrespect people. This is sad. For real, I'm really excited that she had to pull this with a female. So the female, so it was a mutual thing that, okay, you're beaten by your fellow female. So now you wouldn't say that, oh, maybe a man assaulted you when you assaulted a man, because that's what most ladies would do. They would look for ways for them to put the man in the box and just accuse the man falsely, even though they are in the wrong, even though the females are in the wrong. But thank God she did this to a female, and the female let her know and put her in a place to say, yes girl, we don't do that here, be civil. But all the same, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment down below. You can share all the useful information I think might be really helpful, and until next time, see you in the next video.